Hello and welcome to the 2018 Kayak Bass Series season. I just wanted to go over a few things here for some rules, or like a captain's meeting in a way, and then we'll go over to a tutorial on the website to show how it works. I think a lot of you already know, but there's a lot of new people coming into the kayak community, and we want to help them out with the CPR and things like that. So we're going to show them how that works. And other than that, the KBS this year is working a lot more with the angler and the kayak community, so especially with the club. So what we're doing, if you're an angler and you want to fish one of the online events, you can fish all the online events you want. You do not have to be a member of the KBS to fish them, but you're only going for the prize money. Another thing that we're doing is each state is individual. So when you see 100 people signed up online for the tournament, or however many of them's there, we go by what's in each state. So if you're in Oklahoma and there's only 10 people signed up in Oklahoma, you're only competing against those 10 people. If there's 10 people in Florida signed up, they're only competing against those 10 people in Florida. If you are a member and you are going for points for Angler of the Year or to try to get qualified to go to the Classic, again, you're only fishing against those people in the state and the prize money. So how it would work, if you had 110 inches of your 5 best fish and you're in Florida, so you better hope you're in Florida, Texas, you got that many more than likely. But anyways, and you get first place, you get 750 points. If you get second place, you get 749 points. Third place is 748, and so on. If you're in Oklahoma or Tennessee and you took first place and you only had 51 inches, you still get 750 points. Second place, 749, and so on. So you can see how this can be even. No matter where you're fishing, what state, it's as fair as you can make it. Now, what we're probably thinking might possibly happen at the end of the year, and there's a good possibility that we may have a tie for AOI at the end of the year. And if we do, they will compete the first day of the KBS Classic, and whoever has the best score at the end of the day wins the AOI. And this is good since we're working with the clubs and the anglers, that you're supporting your club and supporting your anglers in your club that get to make it to the Classic or for Angler of the Year, that you're supporting these guys and watching along and rooting them along, because that's going to be an exciting day if that does happen. But either way, you can fish as a member or a non-member on the online events. Remember, your points don't add up until you become a member first. You can't fish a tournament and then come back and pay for membership and those points be added. You have to pay for your membership first before a tournament for those points to add up. So, and how we determine AOI at the end of the year is you have to fish one club qualifier and you have to fish at least 3 online events. We take those 4 events and come up with your score. Now, if you fish all 6 of the online events, we take your best 3. If you fish more than 1 club qualifier, we take the best 1. Whether you fish 2 or 3, you could actually fish 15 if you want to travel around. But if you did fish 2 or 3, and a lot of areas have an opportunity to fish more than 3 actually. I know just between Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas, there's like 6 or 7, 8 clubs right there that are in, so it'd be easy to fish any of those. But either way, we take your best 1 club qualifier and 3 online events to get your score. Now, if you only fish 2 online events, we still take your club qualifier, your 2 online event, and if you have first in each one of them, there could be a possibility you can make it in the top 150 to come to the KBS Classic. Now, at the KBS Classic, that's when we're going to crown our AOI, or Angler of the Year, and then the KBS Classic champion, even though he's fishing for himself or herself, they're also fishing for their club. They win the prize money and a life-size 24-inch acrylic bass trophy. So does Angler of the Year. But the KBS Classic champion also takes home a 24-inch acrylic bass trophy to their club, the club that he fishes for. So the club also gets a trophy, and they keep that trophy for life. So this gets the clubs involved with the angler, rooting the angler along. Their members rooting for their angler. So everybody's supporting everybody, and that's what we want. Everybody needs to support, whether it's your club or not. Support these guys out there. They spend a lot of time, a lot of money fishing all these tournaments and traveling around. But it's a great group of guys. So support them, even if they have something that's different than the way you think, or you don't agree with what they think. Can we not agree to disagree and still support people? You know, I know most of y'all are married, and this is a good instance right here. If you're married, you know you and your wife every now and disagree, but you still support her belief because you love her and you care for her. Well, these guys are our brothers and sisters, and we should support them, no matter what. Whether we believe in their religion or their politics or whatever it is that you might not believe in, they're still a human being, and they're fighting for your club and you as well. So let's support these guys, and let's believe in them and stand behind them and your club. So that's why we're doing this, to make it a tighter community, because it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's just more people for you to fish with, to learn new techniques. So, but a lot of things that we're doing here, I think as far as the rules go, it's pretty much standardized across the board. I did notice a few clubs are still allowing trolling motors in there, and that's fine. When you're fishing a KBS qualifier with your club, whatever your club rules are, we're going to follow them. They're pretty much standard, but I think a few clubs do allow trolling motors and we don't. But I will go along with that club's qualifier, so if they allow it, I'll allow it. But when you're fishing an all-night event or the KBS Classic, you will follow our rules. And I think our rules are pretty much as standard as everybody else's. We have closed mouth now. We do not allow trolling motors. You can be tethered to your kayak. So check the rules page out. Check out the CPR. I know a lot of clubs are going to the little identification cards, and that's great. I would prefer that in the KBS. But what if you forgot your card, or it blew off in the boat and sunk, or whatever? If you've got a pen or magic marker and you know the code, you can write it on your hand. As long as I can see it in that video, that picture, I will approve it. So I don't want to be so strict there that you got 5 hours left to fish and you lost your identifier card and you're out of the tournament. You might want to carry a second one with you. But anyways, keep that magic marker handy just in case it happens. I do like to see those cards in there, but I will accept it written on the hand. Remember that we post at 9 p.m. the night before on all the tournaments the code that we use for the KBS. It'll also be posted on our website. You can find it there on the home page, and it'll say whether it's online or a KBS qualified event code. Make sure you write the right code down, because some clubs are having the same event or their club qualifier on the same day. So make sure you grab the right one. Tourney X also will post that code the morning of the tournament. So you've got 3 places to find that code. When you're signing up at Tourney X, make sure you put all the information that you can in there, your phone number, your email address, so that way if something does happen, I can get a hold of you. Other than that, we want to wish everybody a great season, a fun and exciting season, and most important, be safe on the water, be very safe, and be courteous. Be courteous, even if it's a boat. Be courteous. But other than that, let's go over to the website and let's show you how to walk around through it. Thank you. Okay, this is how we navigate around on the website. I think it's pretty simple. You see at the top, you've got your home page. Your 2018 season has your schedule and your membership. Resources, submitting your catch, just shows you how to submit your catch. Your CPR photo criteria, I think everybody knows that too, but it's good to refresh. And then just a rule snapshot real quick showing all the rules. It's more in depth if you click on the rules on the home page. You've got your kayak clubs, which you can go on there and get all the information. We'll go through all that in a minute. Your AOY standings, and then contact information. But here on the front page, which today or tomorrow, by Friday, this KBS under construction will be off of here, and that'll be another logo right there going there. But what I wanted to show you here on the home page is where you find your identifiers. So when you're doing an online tournament, your online identifiers will be posted here 9 p.m. the night before the tournament. It'll also be posted at 9 p.m. on Facebook under the Kayak Bass Series Facebook page. And it'll also be posted on Tourney X the day of the tournament, first thing in the morning. So Go on here and get your identifiers for the online tournaments. You go on here and get your identifiers for your club qualifiers. There could be 2 or 3 of them right here, so you look for your club. There again, they'll also be posted at 9 p.m. the night before here on Facebook and on Tourney X the day of. The thing you can do here on the home page is click on your rules, and it will go to a rules page. Talks about all the rules. Are pretty much standard across the board, but there are a few clubs that might have a little something different. Like I think one of the 2 of the clubs we're with do allow trolling motors. We don't, but we do follow your club rules during a KBS qualifying event with your club. So that's where you go get familiar with your rules, and then the video I'm making right now will actually go right here. So back up to the home page. We go to your season, you go down to your schedule, and click on it, and you can go down here and see all the tournaments that are online or with all the clubs. And these are all your KBS qualifying events and online events. If you want to get in one of them, all you've got to do is say you want to do KBS online number 2. Just click on the button, and it'll take you straight to Tourney X, and you find the tournament you're looking for. Click on it, fill it out, pay for it. You pay for everything on Tourney X. The only thing you pay for on KBS website is your membership. Other than that, all tournaments are paid through Tourney X. Then after you fill it all out, you can click and go back to the KBS website. Go down and find another one and click on it if you want to. But it has all the tournaments listed here. And then another thing under there is your membership. And you can go in here and fill out your membership for KBS for the whole season. And then the next thing, you've got your resources, submitting your catch. It's just little things to probably help maybe new people that are coming in. I don't know what happened there, but we need to X out of that. And you've got step 1, register. Step 2, catch fish. Step 3, photograph. And it just talks about the things you do on there. You can click over to your CPR, or you can up here and come down to your CPR photo criteria. Like I said, this is more or less for new people. I think the majority know what's going on. One thing that we do in here is, you notice I've got an identifier tag right here. When we have a KBS Classic, each day everybody gets a colored wristband. That's how we know that you're in the KBS Classic. At the end of the day, you'll come back in, cut your wristband off, and put your name on the back of it for drawings, and then you'll get a brand new wristband, be a different color the next day. But when you're doing your qualifiers and your onlines, we would prefer that you have a card, identifier card, that you put your identifier code on. But we do allow you to write it on your hand. And the reason why, and it's just a safety, I would rather you have it in a card, and you can buy all those little cards now to put them in there. But supposing the wind blew it away, or you forgot, lost it, you can write it on your hand. As long as I can see that whole entire code there, I will approve the picture. But I have to see the whole code. If your shirt or coat is covering up part of that code, I'll have to disqualify that picture. So a card works better, and I think a lot of the clubs are going too strictly card, but I want to be a little fair there, just in case you lost it or forgot it or whatever, and you got there, at least you had a pen or a magic marker, you could write it in there, because you can go on Tourney X and get your code right away. So there again, that's your CPR criteria. And then we have a rule snapshot, and I've got to change one thing in it, but it tells about your limit, minimum submissions, rounding. I think everybody knows about that. You got your measuring board, bungees and stringers, one lure, motors, launching times, big bass, and non-competitors. So it's just a quick snapshot of all that. Then you got your kayak clubs. All the clubs with the KBS are in here, and you'll notice that it has their full schedule. It tells who the tournament director is, how to get a hold of them, either email or phone number, whichever one they give me, has their full schedule, and it tells when the KBS qualifier, along with all their other tournaments. this also allows me to go in here every week and find out what tournaments are coming up for these clubs and post them. And if the clubs actually have a special event going on, maybe raising money for a charity, if they'll contact me, we'll help post about that as well. Or if an angler has something going on special that would like to get it out there, contact me and I'll definitely do a post on it. Like I said, the KBS here, this used to be where our sponsors are at. Now, I still love all the sponsors we had in the past, and I'm doing this year because I want it to be fun for me. And I don't want to be working 20 hours a week for the sponsors, and I don't mind doing it, but that's a job, and I don't do this as a job. My job is building rods and designing rods, and that's where I make my living. This is something me and Lay and David enjoy doing. So I want to, what time I do devote to this, I want it to be fun. And now me and everybody here loves the clubs, the anglers, and we want to promote that. So we changed out our sponsors page to our kayak, and we're sponsoring the clubs, and we want to put out y'all's information, and we want to help you grow. So if you have anything, whether it's a club or an angler, let us know, and we'll be glad to help. People coming, excuse me, onto our website, and they're local and don't know about your club, they may find you here and get a hold of the tournament director, and maybe you want to come down and meet with y'all and fish and decide to join your club. So like I said, we're helping you grow and get your word out there. So that's what that page is for. AOY standing, just come down here and click on that. If you are a member, you'll go up in here and you'll see your club qualifier points here, and then your online tournaments and your best three. Now that's your best three on your for your online events. You get to add your qualifier, so actually it's your best four. We'll come back and change it to a 4 so it's not confusing, but your best 4 out of all these. So you've got 1 qualifier and 3 of your online events. Now you can fish all 6 and we'll take your best 3 out of your 6. You can fish 2, we'll take your best 2 with your qualifier. But no matter what, in order to qualify for Angler of the Year or to qualify for the KBS Classic, you have to fish 1 qualifier and at least 1 KBS online event. Now you can fish as many as you want. The main purpose here is either to go for Angler of the Year or to qualify to go to the KBS Classic. So the more events you fish, the better opportunity you have of getting in that top 150. And remember, the clubs get them by 2, so there's 30 already taken there. Now, if you want to fish more than 1 club qualifier, you can go fish another club qualifier, and we'll take the better of the 2. If you 3, we'll take the better of the 3 to go right here. So you'll look here every Sunday. I might even have them up on Saturday after the tournaments, but definitely by Sunday, where you can come in here and see where your standing is and make sure that you're where you want to be able to get to the Classic, or if you're up here at the top and you're competing for Angler of the Year. So, and then the last thing on here is our contact information, and we'll probably end up putting more up here. We'll just put a few up here for right now. And there'll be a few things changing on here because, like I said, we cut it back to 15 clubs. So now we've got to change where it says 25 clubs to 15. But other than that, that's it. And we want to wish everybody a great and safe season. And we hope to see y'all at the KBS Classic at Lake Fork. Good luck, and thank you for fishing the KBS series.